Animals also have habits. Story description from cats and chickens to dogs and frogs, foxes, and other things that feed in small boxes. Animals have habits just like people do. But animals have strange and funny habits. Keep your eyes sharp and your attention focused because you might catch an animal doing its favorite thing. Before reading vocabulary and facts, hopping. Hopping. The frog is known to be hopping missing. Be careful, you may be missing a pair of socks. Unsuspecting. The unsuspecting cramp is usually a mouse. Mischievous. Dog is known to be naughty and mischievous. Alright. Animals also have habits. We don't say it, of course, because they only engage in their habits when people are not around. Once the animals are left alone, they get up to all kinds of mischief, fun, and games. This cat enjoys stealing expensive women's hearts. The owner will be very surprised when she sees her cats wearing her heart at the horse racing, not to mention using her money to bet on a horse. Pause for a photo. This tiger loves going for a swim when he's not being filmed by news cameras or people doing on the safari. He takes a long path where he searches for items to eat, such as a fish, a flower, a butterfly, an empty cake wrapper, and a herb. He likes to think he's bathing and dining. This crocodile is always active and hunting her prey when no other animals are around. She sits and daisies by the pond, waiting with her fishing rod to catch an unsuspecting trout swimming in the shallow waters. She quickly gobbles up the fish before the other crocodile returns and pretends she's still hungry. How mischievous like Davy Crockett. This grasshopper enjoys reading in its spare time. Nobody would know, of course, because people always see grasshoppers leaping far from one place to the next. always moving and never keeping still. But if you sneak up on one, like this grasshopper, you will see it reading about astrophysics and nuclear equation that really backs the other insect. This bee is usually flying around careful flowers and taking pollen to its hive. But when nobody is watching, it likes resting on the edge of teacups, playing a game called tea surfing, where it tries to walk on the water surface without falling in. If you are lucky, maybe you will see this bee's odd behavior. Don't fall in the cup. It's a stinger. Oops. Snakes are not frequent guests at a birthday party, but they are known to enjoy slices of cake, and sometimes a full cake eating it all in one wide bite. When nobody is looking on your birthday, pay attention to the cake and a giant long and condor may sneak through your garden and try to steal a slice. Choose picks out. Have you ever seen an empty boat at the lake? The next time you do, watch carefully for God to turn up. They secretly love rowing boats from the shore to the middle and getting stuck in them. Goats are poor swimmers, so they wait for the water's flow to take them back to the shore. If you see one doing this, call the fire brigade in to help. That may cost them a few bucks. Silly Billy. Fish are usually found inside a pot, boiling away and turning into dinner. But fish secretly wonder what the other side of the pot. Did it like? Fish enjoy sneaking out while they are being cooked, just to settle on the lid. When you see soup being prepared, watch the lid carefully, because the fish might just jump out and squeak at you. Foxes will succeed. That's the real reason. Foxes run away when anyone comes near them. But at night time, they are less afraid. They might sneak into your house and drive into your socks drawer, stealing a couple of pairs. In the morning, always check your drawer for missing socks. You can always blame 2 missing pairs on a sneaky, sly fox. Do you think mice enjoy living inside a hole in the wall? Of course not. They dream of owning their own house made of cheese. They steal cheese to make their houses in gardens. When you walk through your garden, always check the edge of the grass and plant for a mouse building a house. Now you know who stole the cheese to build a salt cottage. Chickens don't just crack, run around the poop eggs. They are the most artistically talented of the farmyard bird variety. If you can't find your newspaper or you are missing toilet roll, you know a chicken somewhere has snapped it from you. Furthermore, you might see strange sketches showing up on walls in your house. Those are made by roosters. What's a wake-up call? Oh. Dogs and frogs. Frogs and dogs. Unlikely friends, but certain buddies. Yes, when you are away from home, your dog and the local frog like to play basketball in your garden. Frogs are hopping men, and dogs are role players, and they like to fight together. If you come home early, you might catch your dog and the frog shooting points through the hops. It's breaking mad. After reading, what insect enjoy trying to surf on the edge of teacup? Which animals likes wearing women's hats and going to horse races? What does a dog and frog know to do together? Who is likely to be stealing your socks at night? Describe what mice like to do. Describe what fish like to do. Talk about an animal you like and explain what its hobby is. The end.